Greenside bunker shot. First thing you need to know for a greenside bunker shot is that I've chosen the sand wedge for this. Now, sand wedge is typically very good out of these situations because the club has bounce. Now, the bounce angle on the golf club is basically the sole angle between the front leading edge and the back edge. So it has a bit of a bounce on it. Now that helps for when the club comes into the sand, the back edge of the club kind of hits the harder stuff underneath and brings the club back out. So the club doesn't just go straight into the sand and get stuck. It's actually like a splash shot. The club can go in, bounce helps bring the club back out. So with a bunker shot, we're really looking to try and get the club head entering the sand before it gets to the ball, and the golf ball floats out, and then the club comes out of the sand after we've made contact with the golf ball. So a good sand wedge is very important. Now, one thing you will need to learn is the rules in a bunker. What you don't want to do is kind of come into a bunker and end up taking extra penalty shots because your playing partners have called these shots against you just for the fact that you don't know general rules in a bunker. This bunker here, I mean, obviously if my ball's here, when I come into the bunker, what I'm not allowed to do is smooth the sand over. I'm not allowed to touch the sand with the club head. Now this bunker is classed as a hazard. Any hazard, you're not allowed to ground your club. So if I put the club down in the sand, even just resting it behind the ball, that's a 2-shot penalty added to my score. So I'm deemed to have tested the surface. The hazard you're not allowed to. Obviously on the golf course elsewhere, you can put the club down behind the ball and touch the ground. Here you can't. Other things like twigs, leaves, anything like that, you can't touch. You have to leave them where they are. Anything man-made, like a bunker rake, sweet wrappers, anything like that, you can move. So you've got to be very careful on what you can and can't do in a bunker. Now, at most golf clubs, stones are removable from bunkers. So if there's a kind of a fairly big pebble or stone in front of your golf ball, it can be quite dangerous in the fact that the stone may jump up, hit you in the face, or even hit somebody else. So normally they're removable, but that's only what they call a local rule. It's not a universal kind of rule for all golf clubs. So on the back of the scorecard, it will have a list of local rules. And on there, it should say whether stones are or aren't removable from bunkers. So that's pretty much the basic rules in a bunker. So we're going to move on now and let's learn how to play out of a bunker.